And welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 3, Path to Liberty, where we play as Liberia. And we're expanding now. I'm happy to announce that our next plans are to start slowly but surely incorporating Fuda Toro and Fuda Geelong into our sphere of influence, and perhaps we could start setting France against Great Britain or even the United States, which shouldn't be here at all. Weirdos. Nobody asked them to come. But before we do that, I have a strong feeling that we should try and take over the area that is modern day Nigeria, since so far it seems to be independent. So why not take advantage of that? Extra income will mean more firepower for us in the fight against the British. But before we go there, we must expand our naval capabilities. And before we do that, we have a little bit of a problem with our infrastructure. So let's just build a couple of railways and a lot of naval bases. It's going to be very expensive, but this is for a good cause. We can't humanly even try to invade anything outside of Fuda Geelong and Fuda Toro. So before we head out anywhere else, we're gonna have to build some naval bases, and that's what we're gonna do. We're also gonna expand our standing military. Due to the current law, we can't have a big standing military, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean we can't have any military. As well, we should do our best to upgrade the existing military. And let's unpause. Let's keep going. Right. Fuda Toro. Let's see. Is France going to be interested in helping them out? I think right now I have... no. Right now I do have a truce with the UK, so I don't need to worry about them. And France is right now again at war with Bali. They're still at war with Bali and have so far spent almost 500 million, so $500 million on this war. That's a great choice. Right, we should actually start improving some of our laws. So I'm not gonna improve social security at the moment because there's not much of a need for it. We have a very high living standard. The lower strata is at 19.4, which is where the middle strata starts. No, excuse me, that's where the upper strata starts at 20. So I don't feel like we need any social security. Somehow we managed to achieve ethical capitalism because, you know, the factory owners, they just happen to pay good salaries for no reason whatsoever. Given that, we might want to think about having more migration, and to do that, multiculturalism is the way. So let's go ahead and try to enact that instead. Not a huge success chance, but we're gonna get there. And let's start thinking about making Fuda Toro our vassal. Doesn't look dangerous so far, but who knows? These things could end badly for us. Right now, nobody wants to help us out, and that's fine. We don't really need help against Fuda Toro. I will activate the conscripts and mobilize the general, just the one general. So far, it doesn't seem like anybody will help Fuda Toro out. Would be nice if Fuda Geelong would help them out, because in that way... Oh no. Don't we have a truce? Well, isn't that funny? Okay. Come at me, as they say. Come at me, Britain. Famous saying, come at me, Britain. Let's see if France is up for helping us out. They do not seem to be interested in helping us out. Only Portugal. Oh, Britain backed away. And that is good for us. That means we don't need to worry about anything else. So Ashanti will be joining on Fuda Toro's side, but that effectively means nothing. because neither me nor them can come and fight us, so it doesn't matter that much. Right, so Furatoro is actually fearful, which might mean that they will just back down without a war. And Furatoro backed down without a war. Congratulations, welcome into the coalition. Furajalon is next. To actually start making moves against them, we have to expel diplomats and start damaging relations, because it seems like they were too high before. Now we're antagonistic, but we still need to wait a little bit before we can start making any plays. I wish I could see like what are the conditions for the plays I want to make, but I suppose I could just look here and see why I can't. Relations are too high, of course, yeah. But otherwise, all is good. We're building up our naval capabilities, which are quite outdated if you ask me, but we really just need the ships to transport our troops onto the Dahomey, Oyo, and Benin. Of course, the Dahomey was now featured in the latest movie with Viola Davis called The Woman King. As any historical movie, it's probably not terribly historically accurate, but I'm looking forward to seeing it at the movies. None of the movies I've ever seen were historically accurate. And as somebody who has studied history, it's a struggle. I hated Braveheart or The Patriot, but then again, it's kind of fun to see a historical spectacle, even if it doesn't depict the history correctly. And I think, of course, given the history of the Dahomey, which is, it has a lot to do with slavery. I don't think that they will go full on, but it's nice if they would talk about it in one way or another, at least sort of like approach that subject, because there's a lot of movies about other countries that also did terrible things, kind of ignore those moments. So we'll see how it goes. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding multiculturalism, Perry Gales of the Intelligentsia has approached us with an offer to expedite the process, utilizing his personal connections. Okay, corruption. For a good cause, I say. Grant him permission, time is of the essence. Wait, we're not that old, white man, we're Liberians. Why am I using their accent? Right. We do have low market access at the moment in Mali, which is here. Okay, what happened? Oh, we're using too much infrastructure, so let's build a railway. And I feel like these industries are not performing as well as they should, so perhaps we could just remove them and see what else could we build here. We could build motor industries, steel mills, synthetics plants. Look good. I think we're gonna go with synthetic plants. It does look like the best option right now, so let's do that. It appears that like we don't have a lot of unemployed people there. Meanwhile, I do think that we're gonna run into a problem with the ships, so let's build a shipyard and we're gonna subsidize it. The reason for that is that it's very difficult to get ships in this game. I don't know if that's realistic, if it was actually very difficult to, purchase ships in real life during this period in history. Probably it was, I would say. So that's not a bad thing, but yeah, we need our own shipyard. And let's be prepared to build some reinforced wooden ships. And we're gonna do some extensive military shipbuilding. Feminism unlocked. Yes. The idea that women are equal to men somehow needs to be researched in this game. Which is fine, I guess. Everything needs to be researched in this game anyway. Especially the Zeppelin. Why would you need to research that? What benefit does that give you? Unlocks airship? Wait. Oh, you can actually try to utilize a Zeppelin. Okay, we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that to Europe. We have 2 flotillas in reserve. What do you want me to do there? I'm not sure. Oh, perhaps I need to hire an admiral. Who? Yes. So it's a romantic or an arrogantic person. So let's go with the romantic person. What's up with the hair in this game? I have a huge problem with the hairstyles in this game. Like, if you know about, you know, hairstyles that were prevalent in the region, especially before colonialism, you would know that there was a lot of different, colorful, interesting hairstyles, but all you see is this. So what is called a crow top, or I don't know, but why is she bald? Why does he want to? Oh no, he's holding up thumbs. She's standing behind him too. Okay, anyway, my point being, most of the men in Africa are bald. And I'm saying in Africa because Paradox made everyone in Africa look the same, right? When we look at Europe, we have a lot of lag, but you have people looking different. They even have different hairstyles, which could, by the way, potentially be used in Africa as well. But no, this bearded man, and now this bearded preacher. You have so many different things, not just bald men. But when you go to Africa, all you get is bald men or men with this weird crow top. You have women who look really strange. And I mean really strange. Well, I guess old people look authentic. But you get what I'm saying. Why is there so many bald men in... What is this? What happened? Was it the colonizers? Well, why don't people have hair in Africa? Did Paradox not want to sort of model C4 hair? Is that what's happening? It's just strange. It's really, really strange. And by the way, I know that an argument will be like, okay, well, of course, most of the buyers of this game are in Europe, so that's why they focus on Europe most. First of all, sure, but maybe most of the buyers in Europe should be the people that you should tell that this continent here is quite diverse and there's different cultures and styles and so on. Nobody else needs to be educated about that, at least. So that's one argument. The second problem is that it kind of feels like, yeah, this is a game where colonialism is a big part of it, and it tries to unapologetically, well, let's go with modern nursing, tries to unapologetically portray colonialism, slavery, and so on. And then, as an effect of these things in real life, it chooses not to represent, you know, the continent that was most hurting from it. So that's kind of like reproducing the evil that this game is also kind of portraying. That's just, I don't know, just a thought. It's really disappointing, I would say. It's funny to me, but also disappointing. I think this is just not good. You can't have a whole continent where everybody essentially looks the same. Well, except the beardy man. And why is everybody holding thumbs up? Why does every woman behind every successful cashier, there's his wife with a knife? What is happening? What is happening? I'm so confused. This is really, really funny though. Right, why do we have, we have 3 ships in a flotilla. Let's see, our shipyard is still being built. I was busy ranting about the lack of diversity in the game. Oh, opposition members put forth demands. More pragmatically inclined members of the petite bourgeoisie currently oppose to the passing of multiculturalism. Would be okay with it if we offer something as a concession. Acquiesce to their demands, the bill must pass. And that's what we're gonna say. Intelligentsia has a lot of approval for us. Whoa, they love us. So we can take that. It's fine. Their leader, Perry Gales, isn't he the president or something? No, that's Frederick Mars from Trade Unions. Doing quite well. Also bold, as tradition demands, I suppose. The paradox tradition, that is. Right? As you can see, our plantations are not doing that well. I will keep subsidizing the farms so that we have cheap food available. Although they're doing fine without the subsidies either way. Let's see if we can improve these what do you call them? Plantations. Actually, we can. So we don't need to say goodbye to farming yet. They're doing okay. Because of the increases in standard of living, they need to be very productive to be profitable. But some of them we really need for other things because they produce food and so on. Okay, let's see. We don't have any issues with the government access. Now, I think we have finished building the shipyard. Let's subsidize it just in case. It's really important that we have these shipyards available. Yeah, they're not very productive. I guess that's why you have a general lack of ships. But that's all right. Eventually, we're going to get the technology to build ironclads. Oh, perhaps we should just focus on that instead. Yes, let's do that. Buoyed, yes, now we can make them into our vassal. So far, it doesn't seem like we will face any enemies. Let's go with it. Feels safe. We can even sway the Spanish. But as long as nobody else is going against us, I don't feel like that will be necessary. But let's see. Lots of things could happen. In the meantime, we have a lot of available construction capacity, so let's make sure that we're making the most of it. Everywhere else we have people working already. Oh yes, we should activate our conscripts. Perhaps that will make Buoyed think twice before going against us. And as diplomatic maneuvers are coming to an end, it seems like Buoyed is alone and will probably, hopefully, just give in, as they did. Thank you, and welcome to our beautiful family. Thank you for not making a big mess about it. Right, we need to enact private schools, do we? Oh, no. What? Oh, no. Okay, so trade unions, they want public schools? And there we go, ironclad unlocked. Let's start building those. But before we do that, I want to think about... Oh yeah, we're already passing that law. Yes, I want to check our institutions. I keep forgetting to improve our institutions. Right, coming up next, I think it's very important, if we're gonna keep doing this, we need landing craft. And for that, we will need the monitor. So let's go with the monitor. And at the same time, let's try and build steamships. Oh, that's more productive. Oh. It's actually really productive now. Let's expand our shipyard. Okay, and let's see how our navy is doing. So far, only 4 ships. That's very unfortunate. Let's just go with ironclads, of course. Brilliant. So we only have 4 ships right now, but I'm what? We're number 21 worldwide when it comes to the navy. That wasn't hard. And let's see what else is happening. Steel mills are not very effective. Let's just subsidize them. We do need that steel for our ship manufactories, obviously. Let's see, how is our engine factory doing? Quite well. Could do water tube boiler here, which is also great. And synthetics plants. Back to productivity. Let's just see generally if we can improve. No, electricity not a big deal yet. Not helping us out as much as we wanted to. Furniture is a negative as well. Nothing new there. Yes, urban centers. Those are always worth to improve. And we have an event. Let's just quickly change out public trams. We do love our public transportation. Melee farms. Yes, steam-powered threshing machines. Let's go with that. Intensive grazing, of course. What else do we have here? Why is that purple? Huh, interesting. Coffee plantations, automatic irrigation. Dye plantations, automatic irrigation. Opium plantations, automatic irrigation, of course. Tobacco plantations as well, logging camps. No, we can't electrify them yet. Steam donkey is a no-go as well. Okay, I feel like we made our economy much more effective. Now, of course, once again, we have unused industry, but I do believe that eventually we will just stop needing our construction industry. Recent concerns. The rural folk think that we favor industrialists over them. I would say I don't care about both. But whatever bites the industrialists. Oh, look at that! We stumbled into braids? Are those braids? Okay, so we do have one sort of, I suppose, vaguely African hairstyle. Well, that's nice. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in Liberia. And yeah, okay, we're gonna listen to them. We like the migration attraction. You know what's better for my... Ooh. Yeah, this is not working out so far. What if we just move forward with cultural exclusion instead of racial segregation? Or perhaps let's just wait on multiculturalism. It seems to be quite difficult to pass progressive laws in this country. Maybe go with some health insurance instead. Less people dying would definitely be a positive change. And our GDP is now 32 million, number 11 in the world. And we're almost surpassing Scandinavia. And we're about to reach Spanish levels of GDP. I think the next reform we're gonna have to do is the army model. We're gonna go with the mass conscription. Since we are making quite a lot of money right now. And perhaps that means that we don't need to tax consumption on some goods anymore. Oh, and obviously we don't need to keep making our relations with Fuda worse. Let's just improve relations with Messina. Perhaps we can bankroll them. I mean, we have the money. Anything that helps our little family here. Okay, let's check our navy. 7. I don't think 7 naval ships are enough to invade these countries. Well, Dahomey seems to have lost the port to Great Britain. That's very unfortunate. So Great Britain seems to be encroaching on this area now. I want to start having bad relations with Great Britain. Perhaps there will be a diplomatic play against them that I can do. Right, we need to start a war with Oyo quite soon. We'll take over Lagos, the famous port city. Right, injured farmers. Farmers in Liberia have been making appeals to the government about the dangers of equipment they are using and would like to have some sort of a healthcare to reduce the hardships for them. Well, what do you know? We're passing a little bit of a law on something. Try and offer help. That's plus 10 enactment success chance. Oh. But I really like that 40 plus 40. So we can either have a little bit of an improvement or a huge improvement at the cost of some lives. I don't feel good about pressing that button, but I do feel good about these chances. So history is dark. Right. Oh, we're number 10. And Great Britain's only number 3. Perhaps we can start making moves against them. No, not yet. Soon enough, soon enough. I want to have at least 10 ships in our flotilla before I will start invading region of Nigeria, I suppose. I don't know what's a better way to call it. I don't know what was the historical name for that region, but essentially I want to take over Oyo, Dahomey, Benin, and then eventually Sokoto. I think Sokoto is quite populous, and so they do have a lot of troops, but I do believe we can take them since our economy and military is probably more effective. Okay, we have 9 ships, almost at the precipice of going to war again. And let's just improve our troops a little bit. Of course, that will have a malice. But if it's minus 30% at the time of war, it's not too bad. Against the odds, despite not having full rights, Knockdown people are moving up and somebody's unhappy. Let's see what we can do. We can have new regulations to encourage discrimination, or we can anger evangelical church and petite bourgeoisie. Let's do that. I like doing that. I like both of them. I like making them angry. So far we're having quite a few loyalists. This is going quite well. Of course, that might change easily if there's much turmoil or a very long war, but so far it's looking good. And... oh! Okay, so 10 million more and we can surpass Spain. Who are the British fighting right now? That is very important because I'm a... oh. Oh. Okay. And who's winning this war? Okay, seems like the British side is winning actually. But damn, Britain has 2 wars. The one against Prussia they're losing. That's really good news for us. Right, yeah, I suppose the first country we can try to take over is Benin, so let's do that. Although, for some reason, Great King might intervene. And why, I'm not sure. Of course, historically, they did have an interest in this region. Nah. But yeah, the world in Victoria 3 is much more global than it actually was. Let's try... I do think we have a little bit of a navy. Okay, it's not too much, but let's just try and see how this goes. We now have public insurance. And we have a crash. And we're back on track. Never before have I had a crash in this game, so that's quite exciting, I suppose. Right, let's continue think before the crash, we enacted public health insurance. It's a bit of a shame that we lost that. And we were making our move against Benin. Or Benin. Here we go, public health insurance. Let's activate our conscripts quickly. Let's see how the diplomatic play goes. If they're fearful, they might just give up immediately. And that's sort of what I want. So far, so good. I hope China doesn't go on their side. I don't think they should. It's just strange that they could. Okay, what do we have? Socorro. Oh! Wait, what? What happened here? Did they give up? Oh, they backed down. I wish there was a message. Wait, there is a message here. Cool, but also somewhere else. Like, this is a diplomatic play I'm doing. I want to see a big pop-up saying, "Hey, get back down. Lower your arms. It's fine. We don't need to go to war." Do we want electric railways? Electricity is not working out for us right now, so I'm not convinced that we need that. Oh wow. Now this is something I want to have. Alright, so we have quite a lot of synthetics plants, so that will work. Look at these beautiful engineers. Just staring at the thing. Looking all smart. The machinist is holding the... Oh. What a nice basket. Anyway, enough ogling at our own people. Let's see what we can do about Oyo. Can expel their diplomats and start declaring rivalry. Also, let's see if we can improve our relations with any of the European nations. Prussia and Austria, in particular, are of interest to us. So at the moment we can improve our relations with Prussia, which is fair enough for me. Oh, so Oyo has quite a lot of manufactories going on. What is their economy like? 3 billion. Oh, they're doing quite well. Same goes for Benin. I was not expecting that actually. Well, that's all well and good. So we're making way more money now out of diplomatic pacts. Let's keep improving that number. So as soon as, yes, now we can start trying to take over Oyo. Make vassal. Let's see what countries. Oh, so the Netherlands might join us, or they will join us, I suppose, because Oyo happens to be... Oh, in a defensive pact with Netherlands. Okay, that's quite interesting. Nonetheless, I don't think I should be afraid of the Netherlands. So let's just go with that. Oh no. This might have been a bad move. I might need to back down out of this. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can subjugate Netherlands. Just please join me. Yes. Oh no. No, 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 no. Well, okay, Prussia just had a huge war against the UK, and it seems like Spain has way more military than Prussia. So that is something that gives me hope. I don't think they will be a problem, actually. Let's just move our troops to the border with Oyo, and let's see. Wait, so since we would be at What happened here? Oh no, China. Okay, I don't think that China will be able to move their troops effectively. So I'm just gonna look at what I can do with the Dutch. In this case, I would like to add a war goal. Okay, Dutch windward coast. Dutch. I'm not entirely sure which is what where here. Okay, so this is the Windward Coast, this is the Ivory Coast, this is the Ghana coast. Right, how about all of them? What else do we have here? Right, yeah, I'm just gonna go... If that is okay with Spain. Seems to be. And that's enough, we don't need to be more hungry than that. Of course, Oyo is cocky. But in reality, we're gonna win this war really quickly. I don't know how it's gonna go with China and Prussia, but other than that, I don't think China will be capable of transferring the troops soon. And we don't even need the navy anymore. Our troops can teleport here. So I'm optimistic about this war. Obviously, Oyo will not back down, which is unfortunate, but it's fine. We will win this. We will just quickly take over the lands that we need, and then, you know, let Spain do the rest. Okay, the war with Oyo has broken, and, well, look at the time. It's time for us to go now. But thank you for joining us in this episode where we try to prepare for the war in West Africa. And now the war has started. Who knows how it will go? We're up against China and Prussia. So one of the great powers. So that's nothing to scoff against. It's 500 regiments against 1,500, almost. I mean, more than that. So, but we are becoming one of the biggest economies in the world. And we're almost, according to the standard of living, one of the best countries in the world already. So that's quite impressive. Hopefully we will win this war as well. Come back next time to see the war between Liberia and Spain against the Dutch colonies and China. And Prussia as well. This is quite the world war we're gonna have.